All right, my friends, I hope you're having a great day. My intention here with this video is to give you some positive food for thought that you can ruminate on the rest of the day. Now, I would appreciate if you watch this video all the way through. If you do and you find value in it, do two things for me. One, comment down below and let me know what you thought. Second, hit the notification bell so that you can stay apprised of all other uploaded videos that will be coming out. I would greatly appreciate it very much. Now, on this day in history, August 12th, 1908, the Ford Company built their first Model T. And it was marketed for $825. And wouldn't you like to get a car for that much now? The answer to that would be no, by the way. No, you don't want a car for $825. But that's what it was sold for back then. Mind you, the only people that could afford a car back during those times were the very elite, the upper crust, the very wealthy. But Henry Ford wanted to make a car that even his own employees could afford. So he did just that. Not only did he do that, but he changed the base rate of pay, the daily pay back then, which at that time was $2.34. That was the going rate. He raised it to $5. Isn't that something? He also instituted an 8-hour workday, which eventually became the standard all across the U.S. Yeah. 1908 was a big year. A lot of things happened. A lot of things happened during that time period anyway. The Lusitania, the one that got torpedoed in, I think, 1915. Well, back in 1908, it crossed the Atlantic in 4 days and 15 hours. Yeah, it set a record during that time. And then Mount Erebus down the South Pole. Mount Erebus is huge, of course. I mean, it's a mountain. It was ascended for the first time. Robert Peary took off from New York to go to the North Pole. And Mr. and Mrs. Jacob Murdoch got in their Packard. They got in their car and they left LA to go to New York. They were the first people to cross the US by car. It took them 32 days, 5 hours, and 25 minutes. We've come a long ways, haven't we? There's been a lot of things that happened. Some of these are probably things that you may or may not have heard of before. But here, my point to all of this is that all of these things started with an idea. A sense of adventure, a competitive spirit, and the willingness to act. Yeah. Do you possess any one of these things, or perhaps all of these things? If you do, this is for you. It may be that you haven't acted yet. It may be that you're just considering. But there's a couple things I want you to keep in mind that I guarantee you that every single one of these individuals faced. You have to realize that whatever you do, whatever idea that you have, is nothing without action. And you have to accept the fact that there's going to be trouble along the way. And whatever you set your hand to do, whatever you set your mind to do, at the beginning stages, you're probably not going to be very good at it. In fact, the odds may be against you. You may accomplish what you set out to do, and years from now, things will be streamlined and people will look back and wonder how you ever did what you did. But mind you, in the meantime, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, and you're not going to be good at it right away. Second thing I want you to remember is it may take a long time to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Have you counted the cost? And that's an important question to ask. And the reason why is my next point. You're going to have a lot of naysayers. Oh, you'll have people who support you and your ideas. There will be some who are all in. And there will be some who say they support you, but behind your back, they're kind of laughing at you and chuckling with other people about it. I know you don't want to believe that's true. You might think I'm being negative. But I'm warning you, that's reality. And then you'll have people who just flat out do not support you. Trust me. You'll experience probably more of that than anything else. Especially the tighter your group is, The people closest to you will support you less than the people on the outer fringes or perhaps beyond your circle, way beyond your circle. And that's okay. I'm not saying this to harp on anybody. I'm just saying this is actually quite normal. You may have a business you want to start. You might have a YouTube channel you want to take up. You know, you might have thought of that. You might have a race you want to compete in, a sport you want to involve yourself in, a musical instrument you want to pick up, a hobby that you want to cultivate. And I'm sure it's something that challenges you, right? That's why you've thought it. I mean, what is all these things without the challenge? Well, it's nothing. It's something that anybody could do. But you want to be different. You want to stand out a little bit. You want to feel accomplished. And you're going to do that. But keep in mind that you won't always have the support there you want. And you have to be strong enough to take it. Count the cost. Prepare yourself. Get strong. You know, you don't want to be one of those people. I'd like to say that no one runs a marathon without training, but I know that's not true. We hear about those people. You hear about them. I've heard about them on Instagram and YouTube. I ran a marathon and didn't even train for it. It's not the smartest thing to do, and they'll even tell you that. But generally, people train. They prepare. You know, research whatever it is you want to do and ask, is it for you? The other thing that makes endeavors like this worthwhile is if it contributes to others. If it's something that other people get something out of, if it serves others in some way, then you're going to have a reason to be motivated. Motivation isn't everything. It's not always going to be there. That's another guarantee. You're not always going to be motivated. But don't let any of these things stop you from doing it. But before you proceed and invest too much, count the cost and ask yourself, is this really what you want to do? If the chips are stacked against you, if the people are unsupportive, if it's hard, if it's going to take a long time, is it for you? You know, not everything has to be for you. And it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It just might mean that something else is for you. And you define what it is. There's a lot of things in life you can enjoy. There's a lot of things that are worthwhile. There's a lot of things that serve others. And others will be benefited by all the hard work you put into it. But count the cost. Be aware and prepare. I hope that's helped. All right, guys. I'll say it again. I hope you have a great day. Think on these things. Let me know what you think. And I'll get with you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Be wise.